Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Luke and I do perfume reviews. I mainly talk about vintage, designer and affordable perfume, but I also review some niche here and there. So if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing, give this video a like and leave a comment if you wish to. Today I've got a perfume haul for you. I've got 3 new fragrances that I purchased in January. So one of them was purchased at the beginning of January and the other 2 were purchased last week. So I've had plenty of time to test them out and form my opinions about them. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first one I'm going to talk about is called Bijan by Bijan or Bijan by Bijan. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this. I'm pretty sure it's Bijan, so I'm going to stick with Bijan for the rest of this video. And if I am making a mistake, please correct me in the comments. So this fragrance, Bijan by Bijan, is such a hidden gem. It's super affordable and it doesn't smell cheap. Bijan is a fashion and jewelry designer and he also released fragrances back in the 80s. So this is the original Bijan by Bijan, which was released in 1986. I also wanted to get the men's version, but it was out of stock everywhere I checked. So this fragrance only comes in one size, 75 milliliter, and it's an eau de toilette. So Bijan is an 80s style fragrance. It's a honeyed amber floral scent. The nose behind it is Peter Bohm. And like other 80s fragrances, this has a cacophony of different notes. It's one of those so-called everything but the kitchen sink kind of fragrances, which is a style of fragrance not everyone appreciates nowadays, but I do. And I would describe this scent as a honeyed floriental or maybe as a warm amber floral scent. It's white floral, it's yellow floral, ambery, powdery, sweet, slightly spicy, and of course, ambery and woody. The main notes to my nose are carnation, rose, ylang ylang, tuberose, honey, and vanilla. While the opening is more floral, the dry down is all about the soft amber and vanilla. This fragrance is also very, very powdery, and the note of honey is particularly prominent because it gives the scent a nice honeyed sweetness that I just love in vintage fragrances. When you spray this on, it opens with sweet powdery florals, honey, and some soapy aldehydes in the very beginning, but the aldehydes go away in a few minutes, so this is not a strong aldehydic scent, but the aldehydes are definitely there, so keep that in mind if you don't like an aldehydic vibe in the opening. This fragrance definitely has some aldehydes. They're not listed in the note structure, but I can smell them for sure. Once this scent dries down, you get more honey, vanilla, benzoin and sandalwood. And I really love the opening, but I enjoy the dry down even more. The dry down lasts forever on my skin. So this is definitely a long-lasting fragrance, and I do smell the quality. Even though this is a very affordable fragrance, it costs around £30 or dollars. The quality is there. So this, in my opinion, is you get a lot of class for very little money. Even though this is an 80s fragrance, I find it very pleasant, likable, and even mass appealing for an 80s fragrance. I think this could be appreciated by someone who's not into vintage fragrances. It smells both classic and modern, and in all honesty, the opening is a bit old-fashioned because of the kitchen sink florals that just aren't popular today. And of course, the aldehydes have a vintage vibe. But once that nuclear aldehydic opening goes away, this scent becomes warm, ambery, sweet, vanillic, and it just makes you feel amazing, and it's so comforting. It's a very elegant scent without being overly sophisticated or pretentious, like many 80s fragrances are, let's face it. This scent smells amazing in the air and on the skin. I'm really happy that it works with my skin chemistry. I have to say, it's not the most unique scent in the world because it has an 80s vibe, and it reminds me of at least 5 other 80s and 90s fragrances. I can smell elements of a bunch of different 80s scents in this scent. The sweet white florals make me think of Boucheron by Boucheron. They also make me think of LouLou. The woody dry down makes me think of Samsara, but I'm not saying this is a dupe for any of those scents. They just have some elements in common, I guess. This fragrance retails for around £30, dollars or euros, depending on the website you order it from. I haven't seen it in perfume shops, so I'm not sure if you can actually test it. It was a blind buy for me, and if you happen to like 80s fragrances, or if you like the same fragrances as I do, you may end up liking this. Now let's talk about the bottle. The bottle is very unique. It's such an unusual bottle. It looks like a dummy, a pacifier, and I can't decide whether I like it or not, but it definitely feels sturdy and well made. The cap is made of hard plastic, and the gold rim around the sprayer also looks very sturdy. So nothing feels flimsy or cheap, which is always a good thing, especially when you buy an affordable fragrance. I'm actually wearing it today, and I have to say, this is a moderate performer. It's beast mode when you spray it on, but it does calm down after an hour, and it becomes more of a scent bubble. It doesn't have deafening sillage like many vintage fragrances do, which can probably be explained by the fact that this has been reformulated. This is probably not the same as it was back in the day, but I can't really speak to that because I haven't tested the vintage version. Nonetheless, this is a great, affordable, vintage-style fragrance that won't break the bank. You can get this for around £30, dollars or euros. So that's Bijan by Bijan. The second fragrance that I purchased was sadly a massive fail. Not because I don't like the scent, but because I received a malfunctioning bottle. As soon as I opened it, the sprayer just fell apart, and I haven't been able to fix it and put it back together. I did manage to get some out by shaking the bottle, and I have to say, it does smell great, but I can't use it because the sprayer is broken. The fragrance I'm talking about is Alyssa Ashley Coco Vanilla, and this is a very simple summery coconut / vanilla scent. It's sweet, it's beachy, it's powdery, vanillic, very inoffensive, and quite mass appealing in my opinion. It reminds me of Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder, and I ordered Coco Vanilla because I've been really enjoying the original vanilla from Alyssa Ashley, and I really wanted to test some other fragrances from the brand. I think she's got a patchouli one, a musk one, an ambergris one, and I was really excited to try more Alyssa Ashley scents, but after this incident, I don't think I'll be buying any more. I only paid £6 for this bottle, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I might just try to open it with a pair of pliers, and if I can't, I'll just throw it away. So that's Coco Vanilla by Alyssa Ashley. Last but not least, we've got LouLou from Cacharel, and this is not a new fragrance to my collection. I recently used up a 30ml bottle, so I decided to upgrade to a 50ml bottle, and I purchased it at the beginning of January. And I have talked about LouLou on my channel quite a lot, so I won't really talk about the notes or anything, but I'll just tell you that this is a lovely 80s style floral scent that is sweet, powdery and vanillic. It almost smells a bit tropical. It's a lovely fragrance. The reformulation is sweeter than the vintage formula, and it doesn't have as much incense as the vintage formula. It's slightly smoky, but not overly smoky. It's predominantly a sweet, vanillic, white and yellow floral fragrance. In terms of performance, this is a beast mode scent. It's incredibly potent and it lasts forever on my skin. So that's LouLou from Cacharel. So these are all the fragrances that I added to my collection in the month of January. Let me know if you have any of them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.